On the front lines of battle, as the shadow of death continues to haunt the Russian invaders, Ukrainian soldiers from the SBU Special Forces A continue what they call their season of destruction. Every day, this elite unit achieves tangible results on the battlefield with relentless operations that decimate the enemy's combat strength, both personnel and heavy equipment. With FPV drones as their primary weapon, they deliver precision strikes, mercilessly pounding targets, hunting down infantry, destroying enemy armored vehicles, and even destroying defensive positions, all helpless before the inescapable airstrikes. The newly released footage clearly demonstrates how the SBU Special Forces' agility, speed, and precision have transformed into a terror for their opponents. Each shot captures dramatic moments, reconnaissance drones and calculated strikes pounding Russian positions, leaving only black smoke and burning debris, leaving Russian troops helpless in the face of an unseen assault on the battlefield. In just 2 weeks, the SBU soldiers have achieved remarkable results. Dozens of pieces of Russian combat equipment have been destroyed, and the number of enemy personnel eliminated continues to grow daily. Overall, this is clear evidence that there is no safe haven for Russian forces on Ukrainian soil. Their every move is being monitored, their every movement will be hunted down, and their numbers are dwindling by the day. The SBU Special Forces have shown the world that with determination, courage, determination, and modern technology, they can break the power of an aggressor. And as this season of destruction continues, there is only one certainty. The world will continue to watch as the invaders are crushed one by one until they disappear from Ukrainian soil. In the Novopavlivka sector, the operation began when Ukrainian Special Operations Forces cleared Russian infiltrators from Avdiivka and raised their unit flag before the broader counteroffensive commenced. Here, Ukrainian forces have launched a coordinated counteroffensive to destabilize Russian forward momentum in this contested sector in western Donetsk. In just a few days, several settlements have been recaptured, frontline positions have shifted, and drone strikes have decimated Russian strongpoints, with this being only the beginning. The main objective of this operation is to push Russian forces back from recently captured frontline positions, liberating exposed villages near the Mokry Yali River. This would not only reverse 2 months of Russian gains, but also set up a new defense with the terrain to Ukraine's advantage. The specific sector was chosen for 2 main reasons. First, the terrain between Tolstoy, Zelenyi High, and Pidubna heavily favored Ukrainians.
Looking at the topographic map, we can see that Ukrainian drone operators benefit from nearby high ground to the west, where they can achieve stronger signal connectivity and greater visibility, allowing more consistent targeting and loitering in enemy zones. Unlike other sectors with gullies or dried riverbeds that disrupt drone signals, this corridor is more open and connected, providing favorable conditions for networked strikes. Lastly, the area is tied to the Mokry Yali River, which Ukrainian forces likely view as a natural barrier that could help solidify their lines once the operation concludes. Russian units in the area were already showing signs of overextension, following continuous attacks for months, trying to gain new positions. Russian troops deployed in this sector were additionally largely composed of undertrained troops with limited electronic warfare systems to counter Ukrainian drones, and poor conditions across battalion lines. Crucially, Russia lacked inherited hardened positions or top-down fortifications, leaving many Russian trenches here highly exposed to attacks from above by vampire drones. Ukrainian FPV teams exploited this with methodical strikes, forcing Russian soldiers into basements and static cover. This eliminated any mobility or tactical depth the Russians hoped to retain, locking them into a reactive posture where recovery became increasingly difficult. The consequence was not just tactical disruption, but a breakdown in Russian ability to reinforce or coordinate under fire. From a planning perspective, the operation was organized as a series of limited sequential pushes, each targeting vulnerable points along the Russian forward edge, deliberately avoiding a massed broad front assault. Instead, Ukrainians concentrated firepower and movement on lightly defended junctions between Russian units, relying on well-coordinated assault groups supported by rapid drone reconnaissance and short-range FPV strikes. The use of drone-based precision targeting before and during maneuvers was central, allowing Ukrainian infantry to move in after initial softening without committing excessive forces. The operation began with Ukrainian Special Operations Forces clearing out Russian infiltrators in the settlement of Avdiivka, raising the flag of their unit and laying the groundwork for the following operation. Ukrainian forces next targeted Russian positions along the approach to Tolstoy, with FPV drones and artillery softening up Russian defenses and restricting Russian maneuverability. Then, assault units advanced from the south, clearing the village in close combat, reportedly under the command of the 5th Separate Heavy Mechanized Brigade. Immediately afterward, Ukrainian troops advanced northward and eastward, recapturing the nearby settlement of Zelenyi High. Footage shows Ukrainian Marines raising the national flag there, indicating full control and suggesting that Russian forces either withdrew under pressure or were neutralized during the clearing phase. From there, the attack continued toward Podubna and Novohatska, and while fighting is still ongoing, Ukrainian drone teams have been eliminating Russian infantry and targeting ammunition caches near Zirka and Tovsta, two villages just behind the initial line. These strikes suggest an intent not only to disrupt current Russian positions, but also to reduce their ability to counterattack. Ukrainian coordination across units indicates the presence of a broader operational plan to regain control over the sector and impose cumulative attrition on Russian battalions through sustained small unit maneuvers.